Busy working day in Tokyo with an interaction with Indians or the expat with the Indian community in Japan, and he was virtually mobbed when he stepped out of the security cordon to try and speak with some of the audience. And you can hear there's a chant that's broken out among the crowds there as everybody tried to reach out to the Prime Minister, try and get an autograph, and it went by all too soon. Before you knew it, he was pushed along by security and he moved on. Vishnu Som's reporting on the Prime Minister's visit to Japan. He now joins us. Vishnu, it's been a busy day for the Prime Minister. Lots of work done earlier in the day, but last but not the least, interaction with Indians in Japan, which is where he was able to make that speech. Take us through what exactly happened and reactions you got from the crowds there.
Well, Sarah, let me just point out that the rather dramatic images that we brought you a little while earlier on was of Narendra Modi leaving the Indian embassy. Now, he had gone in over there to inaugurate Vivekananda Center. As he was boarding his vehicle, he saw outside the gates of the embassy a group of supporters, a group of Modi fans who had actually been waiting over there for several hours. He then decided to break his security cordon, leave the gates of the embassy, cross this rather small, narrow road, and wade into this crowd of supporters. Many of these people had been patiently waiting for hours to catch a glimpse of the Prime Minister, and a few of them, in fact, a few days back, had even gone to Haneda Airport, which is where the Prime Minister landed when he reached Tokyo. On that instance, many of them couldn't catch a glimpse of Mr. Modi, but today not only did they see their leader, they also had an opportunity to speak to him. Mr. Modi was not in any rush at all, and he was quite happy to engage and interact with all of these supporters before he actually turned around and went away. But before that actually happened in the Indian embassy, we've often seen leaders, being greeted by small children. In this particular instance, there were two small children, in fact, several small children. The Prime Minister went up to two kids, a brother and a sister. He spoke to them at length. He asked them who wins when they fight with each other. And so it was this personal touch, which we've seen of the Prime Minister over the last several days, which we again saw today. He interacted with a Japanese artist who had painted several paintings which were going to be there at the Vivekananda Center. And later on, he left this particular venue and he went to a meeting with the Indian community over here. He had an opportunity to address them. And there he spoke at length in a very personalized manner, and quite different from the rather formal speeches which we'd heard of the Prime Minister earlier in the day. So, Sarah, in brief, if I was to summarize today, I would say that the Prime Minister's efforts were twofold. On the one hand, reach out to big business and small business in Japan, sell India in the process, and on the other hand, reach out to the Indian community in this country. That's what the Prime Minister did, seemingly quite effectively today.
All right, Vishnu Som reporting from Japan. Thanks for joining us. Reporting there is clearly, it seems like the Modi wave not leaving the shores of Japan untouched either.